FM 98.9.
Win FM 98.9.
Let's get real on winnfm. Hi, this is Lavi. Let's get real Wednesday nights at 8 on winnfm. Get ready for an hour of real talk that will keep you engaged and informed, bringing you insights, the hottest topics of the moment, and perspectives that matter from the runway to the political arena. Real talk with Lavi covers all. Let's get real Wednesday nights at 8 on winnfm. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. You know how many people live in a glass house? A lot. It's like pot calling the kettle black. Throwing all these stones back in the people. Want people to be so perfect when they're not perfect. So if you know you live in a glass house, do not throw stones. You understand? Lavi Gumbs is just authentic. I'm not perfect, but I am really authentic. I'm a real person. I'm an honest woman. I like to see people treat people right. I like the best for our people. And I also like to help, I would consider persons who would not have been as privileged as other people to share back the knowledge and share back the wealth. Because people like Peter Tosh and all those other people, they share back the love, they share back the message, inform us with so many information through their music. I am Lavi Gumbs, and I am from the island of St. Kitts and Nevis. Pleasant good evening to you wherever you are. If you're right here on the grounds, living, visiting my beautiful island of St. Kitts and Nevis, welcome. It is Independence season. Yesterday we had National Heroes Day, honoring our heroes. Some of them are past, and I think we have one living hero. Well, I don't know about the living one, but because I consider me, Shakili, a hero too.
Yes, I'm a hero.
So we have a lot of living hero, but
Yes.
alrighty, from the soil. And on Friday, we are going to be celebrating Independence Day. And this is something I want to talk. I want to have a short conversation because we're touching a number of stuff tonight. But tonight, my focus is on family building, the importance of family, what is family supposed to be, whether it's your blood family, your DNA family, your maternal family, or just family through friendship, as you know, you treat somebody right. You know, two people can be a family.
Yeah.
All right? So it is, hold on, let me see. It is 4 minutes, yeah. It is 4 minutes.
Hello? Okay. I can hear myself now.
Yeah, it is 4 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. And I just want to say a pleasant good evening to folks out there on the internet, our beautiful diaspora. It is very important to keep our culture alive, making sure that we are informing people, because there are persons that will have lived St. Kitts years from their born, or the persons will have been children of people from the soil, and a lot of them don't even know when it's holidays back here, because some people go and they don't look back. So if you're there listening right now, yesterday we had a holiday, national holiday, Heroes Day, and that was basically celebrating the heroes. I think it's what, five 5 heroes?
Yeah, 5 heroes, yes.
Just got to make sure that I'm saying it right. So there are 5 and 4 are past, and we have 1 living hero. And also on September 19th, we are going to be celebrating independence from since 1983. So it's going to be independence 42. If you know your maths right, 83 from what, 25 from 83? Yeah, I always go to the end, right? So if I hear 25, 83, 5 from 3 leave 2, I put my maths together, and that is how I was able to, when I'm doing it in my head, I kind of go to the right and do my mathematics. Nevertheless, however you figure it out, that's also good. Once again, your live Real Talk with Lavi. Tonight is an open discussion. I have here none other than my guest, Mr. Shaquille Gumbs. And Shaquille, this is his 3rd time, sidekicking with Lavi. First, he was a guest, and now he come on as a co-pilot. Tonight, he's sidekicking.
Yes.
All right, Shaquille, you want to say hi to the lovely audience of Lavi Gumbs?
Well, I want to say good night to each and every one of you on Win Media and on Lavi Gumbs. We'll talk with Lavi. Good night to my viewing listeners, also those who are locked in or locked on, to my church family, to my basic family, to each and everybody who supports me. I would like to say good night. Thank you for coming on. And
did you tell him that you're going to be on Real Talk tonight?
No.
Because you got to focus on. Listen, I'm going to let you know, right? I don't mind bringing you here when we're speaking about your show, but this is Real Talk with Lavi.
Yes.
So once you're going to be here, you're part of the Real Talk family. Invite them to be here.
Yes.
Come on and Win Media and listen
come
to
on
you.
Come on and listen to Real Talk with Lavi and support Lavi on our program each and every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 1 hour of informative conversation. So come on YouTube, Win Media SKN, and also on Facebook, Win Media SKN also. So join the discussion tonight, and you will be informed of what we have in store for you.
All right, Shaquille, thank you. I see you love the media. I got to say good evening to Skeeter Mills. I got to say good evening to each and every one. Please share the page. Sometimes I'm not, depending on how we start, I can't really get to share all the pages. And people will say, Lavi, you didn't share the page, but bear with me. If you're on tonight, share the page, share, tag a friend, and let them know that tonight we are going to be discussing things that are happening on the grounds in our beautiful island, St. Kitts and Nevis. Can't forget that. While I'm here, I want to say Happy Heroes Day, even though it was yesterday, it's still in the season.
Yes, we are.
And Happy Independence while I'm here. I'm not going to wait until Friday to say it. So Happy Independence, St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.
I don't think that a lot of us are embracing independence. We're so politically divided.
Yes.
I imagine people leave from here to go to New York to celebrate the 4th of July. That's Independence Day in America.
Yeah.
And nobody going up and saying that they ain't going nowhere because of this political group. And it is very sad in a small island that I don't think even the children, I hope the schools will just utilize some of these things, because after that, on the grounds, it is too politically divided.
Very too political.
All the political leaders are doing what they have, they're not coming together. And to me, this is politically immature.
Yes.
Because how much hate can you carry for someone just because you've gone into the political business arena, right? So I'm going to basically, like I said, a pleasant good evening to everyone that is listening. We are celebrating independence, matter of fact, in less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
We will be celebrating 42 independence. And I grew up, I remember 1983, I will never forget. Everybody was in the park that I could think of, right? And, I think the Queen and the King, they was all here. We had all the dignitaries that was here. And I would have been under, I think, the Sir Kennedy's Alphonse Simmons. That is our living hero. So I am very informed. I try to be informed. I don't know everything, but I believe that we need to start showing some respect
Yeah,
upon people that serve the country,
that's right.
right? There must have been some kind of good in all of our leaders.
Yes.
We might be disappointed in certain things, but at the end of the day, they were our leaders, and if you don't like certain things, remove them.
Exactly.
But the disrespect that we are generating and creating to put on other the children, because that is where it's going to come. So this cannot be good. Okay? St. Kitts is too small, 68 square miles. You have Labor Day in St. Kitts. You have Independence Day. Those two political holidays, every political party doing what they want to do.
Exactly.
We are not coming together. But yet Carnival, everybody come together, right? You have Easter Rama or whatever festival. People are coming together to go on the street to entertain, walk up, drink rum, and just have a good time.
Yes.
So why can't we be more patriotic and respect these official holidays that we have in our country? Bring out your children. People, if you're an adult and you don't like certain things, don't deprive your children of educational knowledge. If you don't know about your country, who else going to know about it?
Exactly.
So if we feel comfortable more knowing about the U.S., so we know everything about the U.S., but we either fail to believe what is happening, or we just too angry, that we don't want to basically give the respect for our leaders.
Exactly.
And I believe at the end of the day, because you see what is happening, when the government joined, for instance, you need 6 constituencies, right, to win, right? 6 seats. If you don't get that 6 seat, the same political people that are dividing the people, they go and join with the same people that they say that they're not affiliating with. So I believe that the people of St. Kitts need to be a little bit more, we need to be more informed.
Yeah.
We need to basically, we need to, I would say, we program our minds. We need to educate ourselves, Shaquille.
Yeah, we do. Because what I learned over the years, for Independence Parade, as example, I realized that when it comes to a certain party, I realized that they tend to go for who is in charge of that certain party. But people need to understand that this is your country that you're born in. Forget about the political aspect of it. Go because you are celebrating your country that you're born in. Go celebrate the land of your birth, because this is where you come from. This is your land. This is where you come from. Because we have to celebrate St. Kitts and Nevis as a people, as one. Not because a certain party is in power. We don't want to go out and celebrate our nation because of a certain political affiliation. It doesn't go that way. We are here to celebrate our nation as a people, our federation. We cannot afford to lose what belongs to us. We have to learn to go out and celebrate this nation of ours and put aside all political aspects out of our minds.
All right, so there you get you just heard from Shaquille, and he was very passionate. He almost sounded like a preacher. I guess that's the church in him. But we definitely have to do better. We are too angry. I see Mr. Curtis Cook. I love when Curtis come on. Let me see what Curtis is saying here. Let me read first here. Okay. So Curtis is saying, he said, okay, where is the respect for Sir Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw? 15 years routine name or something. Curtis, are you trying to understand? And today, every time Pam open its mouth, it's all bad things about Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw. And Curtis, I thank you so much for this, but I would say, in order to be fair, All of them are saying the same thing. The people for the different political party are holding on to their political leaders.
Yes.
Right? So what Curtis is saying, I agree with him, but at the same time, we need to play fair ball because Sir Kennedy Simmons, he served the country for 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? Dr. Denzel Llewellyn Douglas, he also served for what, almost 15 to 20 years, almost, right? And I did not go in Bratcher's time, and in all fairness, what I remember of the late Robert Bratcher, one of our fallen soldiers, our hero, he, in 1978, 79, I was living in the Virgin Islands, and he and the late Cyril King, that's the governor for St. Thomas Virgin Islands, he was down there. So I believe, Curtis, while you're here, I believe that we are not sharing enough information. I think people are too politically divided
Yes.
and holding on to their leader without basically embracing all the leaders. Whether we like them or not, they will have done something.
So
because
true.
I was a little kid. I think I was in 4th grade in the Virgin Islands where we had to write to do a letter and draw something, and they actually chose me because I'm very good. I'm very, well, a lot of people don't know, I'm very artistic.
Yeah.
Right? And my design was able to go up to the governor's house with the children, the school children went to the governor's house to see the late Robert Llewellyn Bratcher. So sometimes we need to come and come from our nose, because a lot of these leaders would have done a lot, not just in St. Kitts, but overseas.
Yeah.
I am not hearing enough, for instance, Independence Day is coming. How many schools are lining up to go up by the governor? And how many schools are in the class are doing a letter, like getting the children to be more active and realizing Marcella Liebert is she's Governor General.
Yes.
People, whether we like it or not, she is the Governor General.
Yes, she is.
They will have had past Governor Generals,
Yes.
right? I believe we focus too much on just the politicians. What happened to the people that serve the country?
Exactly.
All right? So, like I said, I'm not here to basically, I don't have any venom inside of me. So I can't really express like certain people because all I come here to do is to share real talk, real love, and share the information and knowledge to help lift and build somebody. And if I can build one, I build a lot, right? But again, independence will be coming, and even if it's PAM, the People's Action Movement was in, it will have been all about their party, and as Curtis is saying, it will have been all about Sir Kennedy Simmons.
Yeah.
Now the Labour Party is in, it's going to just be about those kind of people, and we have like 5 fallen soldiers. We have some from St. Kitts and some from Nevis. You have, what happened to the late Mr. France with the JNF Hospital, right? I would not have known of these people, but names of school are there for a reason.
Exactly.
And we need to start respecting some of these people, and we also need to start encouraging to recognize other people besides a certain political figure.
Exactly.
All right, so once again, it is 18 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. You're live with Real Talk with Lavi. I don't have all the information, people, but I welcome you to call in, share your knowledge. Let us not treat Real Talk like the other programs, because we're not here, we're not gaslighting, because I am too healed as a black sister, very much liberated, to encourage that hate. Just, 247, we need more than that.
Exactly.
We need to know to express ourselves, sharing the information, than what anger. Because I wasn't even, a lot of people don't even know some of these leaders. And I think it is time that we start embracing it in the schools. I am not saying that they don't do it in the schools, but I believe that if I can remember Sir Robert Llewellyn Bratcher, and never seen him, but it's from the Virgin Islands. I remember him coming down there in 1979. If I'm not mistaken, it will have been between 1977 to 1979, where he was down there visiting saw Cyril King, the late Cyril King, and the schools respect the governance. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They respect the government. A dignitary was in town, farm sent kids. And back then it's Garrett and Alien they used to call us. And if the schools was informed, because I would have been a little kid, how would I remember that?
Exactly.
But it was a part of the school to recognize the dignitaries in the country and those that was visited.
Yeah.
All right? I get what you're saying, Curtis. Curtis want the number. All right. I'll send that for you shortly, Curtis. Just give me a second. So, Shaquille, how was your day?
My day was good, peaceful, quiet as usual. Yes, I had a good day today at work. You know?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Just continue talking. I'll come back.
Yes, I had a good day. You know. Basically, my day was wonderful.
And how was yesterday with Heroes Day? You have anything to share?
Well, National Heroes Day yesterday, it was a good day to celebrate those who fought for this nation, basically, you know. We had to big up those who really put their best forward for this country of ours, for those fallen soldiers. We have to commend them for putting their best foot forward, for fighting for this nation. They put up a good fight. They put up a good leadership for this nation to bring our nation to independence. These are our soldiers. These are our people. So we have to really commend them.
Right. Thank you so much. Curtis, check the live. You're supposed to see the number. Yeah, check the live and you're supposed to see the number. Let me check something here. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, it was a good time, but the thing is, they had a good procession at the National Heroes Park, but to my knowledge, to my mind, I think other people could have came out instead of putting politics in front of it, but other people could have come out and celebrate national heroes yesterday. But in all fairness, it was good yesterday for National Heroes Day.
So where was that you said?
National Heroes Park.
So did you go?
I didn't go watch it on TV, but other people could have went out.
But remember, a lot of people now is virtual, eh? So a lot of people, I understand with the crowd thing, but there's a lot of people are still social distancing, and that is what social media is for. I look at certain things. Yesterday I couldn't go because I'm in the process of getting ready to open up my academy, Share Brilliance Academy by Lavi. So I really couldn't go. And I just want persons to know that if you wasn't able to go, you can go back and look at it. And as Shaquille is saying, it is time that people basically start to show more interest in their country.
Yes.
All right? Yeah. Curtis, I really want you to call in tonight. He said he's not seeing it.
Let me see if I can get the number here.
No, it's right here. You know, it is 466-0989. 466-0989. Curtis, I want you to call in and share the knowledge. I know you're very intelligent. Call in and share the knowledge. No argument, please. Because you're not going to argue back with you. So that is 869. Let me type it in. 869 466 0989. Shaquille, see if you could type that for him too. You could put it on top of, go on my live and put it up also.
Yes.
So I'm going to type it up here. That is 869 466 0989.
Okay, a phone call is in.
All right, you're live with Real Talk with Lavi. A pleasant good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Lavi. Good evening to your guests.
Good night.
Good night.
Very, very interesting program.
Thank you.
You know the problem in this country ending up in all the time. I'm being hard to say. I'm a labor,
Right.
but I fail the exam in stupidness. I listen to a lot of people in this country. You know the problem in us, Lavi? We are very dishonest. We support a party, and when the party is going wrong, we have failed to call it wrong.
Right.
I grew up all my life hearing Pam saying everything bad about better. And these are the points, these are the issues we are talking about, and I'm going to continue talking about it. We had limo, we see the disrespect. We must be honest and upfront, you know, I see it all. Limo was called a pig. Better was called Finny Han. We could go on and on with names. Okay? Nobody then say, hey, let us stop these foolishness. It come on up until today now. Look at what's going on. And every time these people open their mouth, they tell you Batcha was bad. They talk about Anguilla, they talk about Nevis. You never hear these people come and tell you that Batcha ever stand up for anything in St. Kitts. Because the dishonesty. That is why we can't get a proper history in St. Kitts. Because somebody going to try to cloud Simmons history, somebody going to try to cloud Batcha history, somebody going to try to cloud Douglas history, somebody going to try to cloud Limo history. You know why? Because some is Pam and some is Labour. And it's happening today as we speak. And you know the problem I have, Lavern Mayfair, to say it.
Right.
That's why I'm not going into the Heroes Park. Because again, the disrespect at that park. We're supposed to be one.
Yeah.
Listen to my argument to mine. Let me break it down. We are Labour. We are PAM. We are Unity, but at the end of the day, we are Petition. That's
Correct.
the bottom line.
Absolutely.
Good. But here what happened, Lavern. Nobody going to tell me no stupidness. That he was Park, is Tim, and Simmons was serious about bringing us together as a team. We already had a statue in St. Paul's. Whoever should have said, hey, hold on here. We have a statue in St. Paul's. Why should we segregate the people by putting these in tongue? Come together. So here what happened on the day, the 16th. Everybody took on them bagay would have been going real Lavern. St. Paul's, because they was ready a statue.
Yes.
But guess what they do? They segregate us. Simmons again, because Simmons was a part with Tim. So here's the plan. We're going to build our own park. To say we have our own park.
And Curtis, give me a second. You know, to be honest, right, when Labour won, because I was out of the country for some time, so I would not have really know about the monument with the late Llewellyn Bradshaw, right?
Right.
And when I went for the motorcade, the present Prime Minister, which is Dr. Terence Jew, they went down there and they stopped. And I was really wondering why they stopped. And then when I look and I saw the monument, that was the first time, and it was really good. And I'm here listening to you, and it makes sense, because why are we not really taking the time out and the children, like I said, involving the children from the school to go out and see these things, right?
Well, hold on. Hear me the Lavern.
Yes.
What I'm saying to you, though, hear me point. We already had a park. Not a park. We already had a monument down there.
Yes.
We had a golden opportunity, hear me again, with Simmons, because he was a part with Tim, and Tim, let's say, and decide, hey, well, we already have a park down in St. Paul's. Let us put all, so here, why on the 16th, in the morning Labour going Connery, and in the afternoon we're going on St. Paul's? Tell me that makes sense.
I got you. But can I ask you a question? How do we go forward? Because how can we break this?
Lavern, listen here. We ain't gonna ever go forward. You know, we ain't gonna ever go forward.
Tell me.
Because everybody wants to be dishonest, and nobody wants to take the bull by the hand and say, look, this is wrong was then, and this is wrong, we need to go forward.
Well, Curtis, I also think that everybody wants to be right. You understand? Nobody wants to take any accountability, any responsibility.
Listen to the argument here. Listen to the point. You see the man where they kill in America?
Go ahead.
The white man?
Yeah. Use the word analyze. We're on social media. You know how they be.
No. Well, man, call it now. I'm just saying.
No. No, hear me out, Curtis. I'm just saying, right, because of social media, certain content, they will just take it down. That's why I say use the word
No, no,
analyze.
no, no, man. I can't tell you. Just letting you to know. Let me finish. I just letting you to know. I love the guy. I start to listen to him regular because everybody give the point I'm making. Everybody telling he racist this and that. But when you listen to him, you know what I like about him. What we lacking in think it, you can engage him. You could have called in. I mean, go to his thing, stand up, tell him what you want to tell him. But he loved to engage.
That
He
that
loved
guy
to
was
educate.
I don't really want to really say much about it because I
No, no,
saw
no, no.
some
Well,
good
I'm
and
not saying the point I'm
I
making the level.
also saw
But I'm telling you,
some
don't
very
often think it.
rebuttal and
Here's the point I'm trying to make.
yeah.
We does not in sync it. Let's say, and I used to happen all the time. Patches on the show. Once cook call in, shut it off. They don't want to hear you. Timothy the same was the leader. Once he on the show, they don't want to hear you.
But
And I'm saying,
Curtis, do you think that sometimes when people shut off, and I don't mean you, they shut off people because sometimes maybe it's the approach that people are coming with. There's a lot of people are politically
Listen
passionate.
what we preach in this country. Listen what we preach, and I say it all the time. When you listen to all our leaders, you know that they tell us democracy, freedom of speech. Listen again. Every time all our leaders, Timothy, Mark, Simmons, everybody, hear the word they tell you. Freedom of speech. So if I call a program and I'm talking, I might not sound like I want to hear you. So it's only the politician is passionate about the country. So when you listen to some of these politicians talking, let's listen, let's go on. When you listen, that's the point I'm making to you, Lavern. That's the way our country is not going away. Some of the rhetoric from some with politicians, because we support them, we defend. And I'm saying at the end of the level, let's go back to the independence and all the story. We in all of this mess because nobody, we're not patriot. That's the first thing about the country fully, because nobody wants to give the hand and say, hey, Abacha did a great job. Simmons did a great job. Every time you hear the conversation, is either going to tell you, Abacha cheat and with a bad. Abacha cheat, and then they're going to tell you, Simmons do this bad, Simmons do that bad. That is why we history ain't going away. Because people going to fight back. If you call him back, same bad thing about all the time. Why do we end up in the mess? Because nobody wants to come forward to the country now, young people,
Curtis,
and say.
and I'm saying now, right, that you have a good voice right now to use it now and encourage people out there to do it because just by saying hear me out, Curtis, hear me out. Just by saying that people are not going to do it, right? We have to make the effort to ask the people to do it.
Lavern, here's the problem. And if Cook come on and say something, like right now, Cook say something, and Labour people feel by being Cook talking against Labour, you know how we'll get on. And if I'm saying what I'm seeing when my party is wrong, first thing, we don't like you abuse the party. So we're not sitting down and saying, boy, the man is a Labour man, yes. The man is an honest man, yes. Me and dragging down, I don't believe in drag down, eh? You just think that constructive criticism too. Some of us criticism really and truly is dragged down. Because I can't say to you, Lavern, let's use as an example. You show on, I say, Lavern, you show full of shit, and Lavern this and that. No. I say, Lavern, you're doing a good show, you know. But certain thing you need to do X, Y, and Z. You can't get vexed with me. Because I dragged down the show. It was a constructive criticism, you understand the point I'm making? But we ended up in thinking, when somebody says something, I'm saying to you again, because I'm supporting John, I'm supporting Lavern, you can't say nothing at all about Lavern. So we need, I keep saying all the time, Lavern, we need to get out of that style. We need to get out of this style of politics.
Curtis, all I'm saying, right? I don't mind talking to you, but just give me some time to come in too, because if you notice, I give you a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, this kind of conversation is very important, okay? We'll talk with Lavi. Like I said, I'm out of the box. It doesn't mean that I don't have my political preference. And I am not carrying any malice, any anger, any hate for anyone. So I welcome all to basically call in and share their views, share their opinion, respectfully. But at the end of the day, exactly what you're saying, this is what has been happening here for a long time. We are very politically immature, and even some of the politicians and some of the supporters as well. You made some good points where even me, even a program like this right now, they're going, oh, she cussing, she's attacking the government. But some of the same people that are saying that they're attacking the government are the same people that are out there doing things that are embarrassing the government, and they're actually still employed with the government. And this is why I cannot stand for nonsense. Just like what you're saying, this is
And
dishonest.
it boils down to again, it boils down to also is dishonesty. It is, and I'm calling it again, it still boils back down to dishonesty. Nobody, I keep saying a failure, I mean stupidness. I'm saying to us as a people, you know, I was in Jamaica last year, Lavern. Jamaica had the,
I remember.
Right, it was October something. It was the National Heroes Day. And Lavern, if you see how the Jamaicans, regardless of who government in power, how the Jamaicans into the National Hero Day, they got in the hotel, they got this with all the heroes, and letting the tourists know exactly what is going on.
Exactly.
You know what? Somebody in, somebody gonna study that because I'm gonna talk about man.
All right,
Somebody
Curtis,
in,
I'm going to
they
give
gonna
you
talk about
another,
labor,
I'm going to give you 30 seconds to wrap up, unless somebody has called in.
I'm telling you, Lavon, as you're making the point, we need to understand at the end of the day, Sinkit belongs to all of us.
Exactly.
And when our children go up, yeah, there was over, maybe you see the video over there by Louis, we try to put up the thing, and I carry my daughter over there, and I put my hand over all the thing them, and she named all the ministers, all the national heroes.
Nice.
How much other people, because there's labor, they're going to lay that in the Simmons? How much people, because they Pam, they're going to lay the dance in the Bracho? These are the things I'm talking about. I tell me that, I got it on Facebook, with she naming all the national heroes.
Listen, and it's all of the national heroes and also all of the prime ministers, whether we like them or not, the governors, people that have served, and just like people in the community too. But saying it should not just be about politicians. Okay?
Well,
Curtis, before you leave tonight, Curtis, hear me out. Before you leave tonight, Curtis, before you leave here tonight.
Talking to you.
Yes, I want you to maybe give some parting words for anyone out there. And hopefully you can come in. Hold on. Hopefully you can come in and be on the show with me, okay? Share your...
No problem. I'm saying, I just got to my people. At the end of the day, people think it belongs to all of us. The politician won't go, the politician won't come. What we have to focus on is our generation of children, what to come. We have to make it better for them. We have to acknowledge them. We have to educate them. We have to let them understand who was there before us and who paved the way for us so we could be where we be today. Let us stop trying to cloud a lot of stuff and a bad mouth. Who was there before and who did not. We got to come better than this. We cannot be dragging down everything because everybody didn't do bad. Everybody had the good, and we got to speak about the good.
And absolutely, and also we have to practice what we preach because we have to be examples too. Just like how we want the leaders them to, to be leaders, we as Kittians, we need to be better examples. And I thank you so much for calling in, Curtis. Everybody asking just before you go, people say, "How come we can't hear Curtis?" Y'all go on Win Media SKN. Win Media SKN, okay? So thank you so much. I look forward to see you because I want to have you as a guest and we could continue discussion. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, goodbye. That was Curtis Cook.
Yeah.
And Curtis has been a voice over the years. Some will like him, some won't like him. And we all know everybody can't be like.
Yeah.
We also have a way because of someone background where they're from, if they ain't come from a certain family name, if they ain't work in a certain place. But at the end of the day, Curtis, say what you want to say about him. He has always been informed, not just in politics, in sports. He has been involved in the community up there in the village, football, cricket, okay? And sometimes he come very passionate. He and I went at it, but I also don't take people personal, and this is why when you're politically mature and mature as a human being, you rise above people and you don't carry this baggage over political things. Sometimes the people don't even mean some of the things. But at the end of the day, just like what he said, St. Kitts belong to all of us. And especially those that born in St. Kitts.
Yeah.
There are other persons that come in St. Kitts that have a passport. If you go on national security, you see the amount of people down there. People want to be a part of St. Kitts. So every single one that live in the country, they have a right to enjoy St. Kitts and know about St. Kitts. But if we don't inform the people and we're not being patriotic, we can go to football, we can go to the cricket, we can go to all these kind of things and we shut up. Why can't we shut up when it comes to independence is coming in? Friday, less than 48 hours. How many going to go to the park? Oh, they ain't going to go to the park because they ain't like the prime minister. They ain't like the government. They ain't like this. But you want to go in to become our government, and you're not showing that encouragement. So who are we really following?
Exactly.
Who are we really following, Shaquille?
Following our minds, following the politicians who in charge of the party, which is not supposed to be so. This is your country. Put political affiliations aside and celebrate your country, because this is where you come from. You cannot be politically blinded in your eyes or in your mind. This is your country.
And biased,
celebrate
and
your country.
politically biased.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to come as one.
Yeah. We have to show respect. It is 8:41. You're live with Real Talk with Lavi. People that just join in, I want to let you guys know that you can also go and win media. That's WINNMEDIA SKN. And you can also tune in at 98.9 FM.
Yes.
And you can go on YouTube and find me at Real Talk with Lavi. And that is where you're going to get to hear anyone that call in. Persons that are on the live right now, we welcome you. We thank you. We need to be a little more patriotic. And we have to stop telling ourselves, who is this person? Who is she? Who is that? Because at the end of the day, it's the people that we take for granted and the people we never expect. And they might bring the real issues.
Exactly.
Is we bring in our honesty. You heard Curtis say that the politicians are dishonest. People are not being honest. And we just celebrate Heroes Day. There's a lot of children born from St. Kitts don't even know what the holiday was about. And this is not good. Because, as Curtis said, he went to Jamaica and they had their independence down there. And he could have felt it everywhere. If you notice, every time Jamaica going in any kind of competition worldwide, whether it's pageantry, Miss World, Miss Universe, track and field, anything that Jamaican go in, entertainment, they walk with the entourage, they show the flag, they show everything, and they support Jamaica wherever they are. The same thing I'm seeing St. Lucia just now have Juju that won the race and everything, and they made her, she's an ambassador just like that, she's an ambassador. And that is why persons had the argument, Kim Collins, why is he not? That's what people are saying. They want Kim Collins to be a national hero.
Yes.
I personally think that we, the public, we need to, some of us know, you can Google these things, but we need to get it from the people that are forming the governments, that are in the governments, political leaders, their constituency leaders, they're absent in the communities. Absent. If there was in the communities more and using the community centers to inform, that is what community centers are built for. In the constituencies is to bring information and do things that people can learn, okay?
Yes.
And understand what is happening in our culture, all right? So I am saying that Kim Collins, I believe that he should be Sir Kim Collins. They made Viv Richards Sir Kim Collins. Because I think that to be a hero, you need to have, there's other things that you need to have with that.
Yeah.
Your characteristic, but again, if they're not following the characteristic, who are we really fooling? Because some of these people are the national heroes. I'm sure people can go and dig out some skeletons and all kind of things. So I believe that we need to go back and have some integrity in what we do in our country, and we need to uphold the integrity, we need to uphold the oath, and we need to uphold our country above self.
Exactly.
Independence is coming in Friday. I can't tell everybody to go on out, but we should not deprive the children.
Exactly.
If they can go out for carnival and go out for this and walk up and all kind of things and carrying the little children, children need to enjoy the life of children. They need to understand the purpose of why they're here, the purpose of their country, understand the St. Kitts, not just go in school and memorize and forget. You understand?
Yes.
And I actually, when I think and I listen to a lot of people, I had some friends. They're over in Antigua right now. They was working. They're from Jamaica. They was working in St. Kitts. They're now over in Antigua. So I said, how is Antigua compared like when you was living in St. Kitts? They said they really like St. Kitts. But what they like about Antigua, the people are more together. They don't hear no political talk and they divide like that. Okay? And I want to say this, a lot of people ain't gonna like hearing it, but if it was really 98.9 literacy, we couldn't really be behaving like this. So I'm wondering if that number is really right. And if we're 98.9 literacy in what department? Because when we are a set of literate people, it will show. It will not show in our behavior, and we also will want to be better, improving ourselves and not putting a stigma on people because of where they're from or where they work. And as they said, we are getting comfortable. Even radio announcers are on the air calling people dunce. And that is ignorance.
Exactly.
Right? So I just think that we have been running a lot of things here, like some of those radio stations, a pirate radio station, there's no barrier. We need some boundaries. And I just want to invite every single one, the people in St. Kitts and Nevis, and it goes for the government too, maybe they need to give some more respect among each other. You know, you can have your differences. Jamaica just had their elections. And Mark Goldberg, I think his name is Golden. He lost, right?
Yes.
That's the PP something or PNP.
PNP, yes.
Right, okay, and the JLP, all right? The Labour JLP, Jamaican Labour Party, won. And Mark came on and gave his speech, and he accepted his defeat.
Exactly.
And he was there embracing, you know, the same thing with Antigua, a good friend over there. You saw him with the opposition embracing in a picture. Okay? So when we're going to have the political leaders in this country at war, how you expect the people going to be at war, at peace?
Exactly.
So you have the leader for the PLP, you have the leader for the People's Action Movement, you have the leader for the Labour Party, the leader for the CCM, and the leader for the NRP. And you have them going at one another, attacking one another, and expect to have good in this country. It is divided. We have to do better. They don't have to literally agree with one another. But the hate that is coming out with these people, it is affecting the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. It's affecting that people don't even know what is fake from real. You see how they're coming after Lavi Gumbs. They come after, they hide behind fake profile, they hide behind, and people are going to do what they have to do. But it is not right when people are actually encouraging, sharing these things.
Yeah.
There was a police officer told me that if someone sends you something that of propaganda that is not very nice, and you're sharing it on WhatsApp, Shaquille, you know you can get into trouble for that.
Yep. Big
because
time.
you're sharing lies, you're sharing hate.
Big time.
And a lot of people are guilty of that. You might not literally be writing these bad things about people, but you're on the page and you're encouraging, like you're glad. Yes, let you take that. But you know, a lot of people was not built like Lavi Gumbs. I am so confident, and a lot of people are not confident. Everybody cannot be leaders. But I always say, if you're not a leader, you should be in the position to follow the rights of the people. And if you're not in the position, this is where programs, the media is supposed to give information to help people to get to the next level and to improve themselves. Shaquille, I know you have been on the Real Talk. This is your third time. What really inspired you? Because, I mean, you basically wanted to come. If you reach out to me, there must be a reason why you reach out to the Real Talk with Lavi. And look at you today.
Yeah.
You want to share? Very short, because the program soon, we're basically winding down.
Because I truly love the program. I love your topics, and I love how you do things for your program each and every Wednesday.
And the country.
And the country at large. Because you speak the truth, nothing but the truth, and you always speak your mind. And that is what I like about your program each and every Wednesday. I tend to tune in. If I don't get to tune in, I just go back and watch it over again. But you have a sense of direction that could pull people to your program, that could lead a large entity of people who need to hear the truth.
I got to tell you, thank you so much. And also, right, I had to work on myself. I'm still working on myself because Shaquille, doing program, once you put yourself in the media, expect anything, right? And there are times, you know, you want to go back after these people. There are times I give in, but I always tell myself, if I did something yesterday, tomorrow is another day. It's not the same day.
Yeah.
I have to continue improving myself, right? No matter how old you are, once you're living, you have to continue improving yourself. I want better for St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.
I want better for the people, and I feel that our people are not doing enough to the level of where they want St. Kitts to go. The people are not moving to that level.
Yeah.
There's more talk than walk. There's also not enough political leaders, religious leaders that are coming outside to basically share the knowledge. When they do, they keep it just about them.
Yeah.
Okay? I grew up in my environment in St. Peter's Parish. You had the church, they still had like what you call a crusade,
Yeah.
and all those kind of things. Now today you have crusades, people just passing the crusade, smoking, busting up the bad words and stuff like that. Have no remorse or even being mindful that there's a church or this is something going on.
Yeah.
And the disrespect that is coming out of our country, it is coming in from the top down.
Yes.
And that needs to be fixed. All right? If, as Curtis said, he just called in. For any time you have to speak your mind and speak about certain things, they come after you.
Exactly.
And they say that you're talking about them. Okay? And talking about who? Because the government don't own St. Kitts. The government, the people are there to form the government, to run the country and be a representation for the people. The country doesn't belong to the government. Government does not belong to the workers. The workers are there to do a job.
Exactly.
The same thing like the banks and all those kind of things. They don't own the building. But if the workers don't have any respect for the top, then the top, if you're in a leadership position, you have to basically, as they said, you got to take a U-turn and take a look at yourself. Because if you have an establishment and the top cannot lead that establishment,
Yes.
you either, as they say, get rid of them, you're going to fire them, or you need to fire yourself. All the people will fire you.
Exactly.
All right? And for Independence Day, like I said, if we can be patriotic to go for Carnival, go for Cartel and Shensia and Spice and all those people that are coming in, and all they basically do is being naked right now. The women are being naked, shaking the backside.
Yes.
And we go in and we come out in numbers. Why can't we come out in numbers to learn some wisdom and understanding of what is happening in our country?
Exactly. This is something I always try to understand what is really going on in this country.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that bothers me so much to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
When it's Juve, when it's Carnival, when it's music festival, a lot of people tend to come as one.
Yes.
But when it comes to our independence,
because it's political.
yes,
And because the government, so it's like everybody wants to rule. If that's the case, then maybe all the leaders for the different parties need to go form the government. Because everybody are angry, and you know something, no matter how good they are, if today or tomorrow the government change, you think people gonna stop curse?
no,
The same thing. So what are they really fighting for? Are they fighting for St. Kitts to be better? Or they don't even know what they're fighting for?
exactly.
Right? But independence, like I said, we just had the Heroes Day. And you mean to tell me People are not embracing it. People are angry. People don't care. They're not embracing it enough. But if we can't deal with the top, because we need to cement back into the youths.
Yes.
As low down into the preschools. Make the children feel excited. All right? Someone is saying that we need more like yourself in the world. I am like this. I think because I was raised in St. Kitts, but I also was raised in the Virgin Islands. And the Virgin Islands, Shaquille, is a melting pot of different cultures. All right? And the Rastafarian was not looked down upon. Matter of fact, you have people working in the government and different institutions as a Rastafarian, whether they're here out, whether they're here turban, they go to the school, the boys can actually plait their hair, braid their hair. Nobody put in the stigma, this British colonialism stigma that they're still putting on people in 2025.
My God.
So they want us to be so polished and so perfect. But at the end of the day, the same people that are making the polished and perfect rules, not abiding by them. And this is why this song, Real Talk, start out with, if you live in a glass house,
don't trust stones.
Don't trust stones. If you are a leader and you get the opportunity to become a leader and you don't like to lead, you don't like the job, remove yourself.
Exactly.
You can't just be wanting all the perks and all the niceness and you're not willing to do the work. Leadership is more than just being a politician.
Exactly.
Leadership, matter of fact, start even before being a politician. That is why people put you to lead.
Exactly.
If you notice, every politicians, when you're going to have meetings, you ever see one politician? Is a crowd. Even if he start out as one, he have an army of people behind him, 2, 3, a large amount of people.
Yes.
These are people that are looking and expecting you to be a leader. So when you do get that position, if you can do everybody. But this is where you get a body of people. And you create that. It cannot just be from your office alone. You have to have a body of people. And functional people. People that are doing performance. Not people just coming on the radio, just a cuss and talking all the good that this one person doing. And we know some of the things they're being true. And we know some of the things and what they're not doing. All right? But I am appealing for our people to be a little bit more patriotic, share the knowledge and the culture, bring back our culture alive.
Yes.
And put it in our youths. Again, there's a lot of young men are going astray. And a lot of them are going astray, not just because of absent fathers, but there's no leadership from the top. The politicians, they're selfish. They're not sociable. They're not making themselves available.
Exactly.
In the communities. We should not have people in our country, starting from the governor, and I'm speaking governments in particular, not just this one government. We should not have people that are in high positions, starting from the governor general, the government itself, the prime minister, the premier, the PSs, the commissioner of police. I'm just calling a few, right? People that are holding down these things, all right? People that have all these big positions. And you're not sociable, nobody's seeing you at all in the communities. How are you going to fight crime if people can't see the commissioner of police?
Exactly.
He don't have to be there, but we should not have people that are on having some of these jobs and you don't see them no time. All you see them is driving out in the big rides with the glass up, with the bodyguards. You go to the Virgin Islands and that is why you find that Kittitians are very laid back and very shy. They're shy when it comes to express themselves in what they want, but they ain't shy to disrespect you,
yes,
embarrass you, insult you, put you down, spread propaganda. They're very strong. You go to the Virgin Islands, from the governor to the lieutenant governor, lawyers, doctors, socializing. They ain't going to certain places and this VIP. They're socializing with the common man and woman. Because at the end of the day, we all are human.
yes.
And I'm going to wind it down tonight was very passionate. I thank Mr. Curtis Cook for calling in, for always thinking outside of the box. And we are appealing to the political leaders, both the opposition and the present government, to show more respect among each other.
Yes.
We don't have to like one another's views, but by showing respect for one another, you're basically going to help touch someone. Because there's a lot of people that are feeding off of their political leaders, believe it or not. There are a lot of people that are feeding off of their religious leaders. There are people that are feeding off of their leaders.
Yes.
Whether it's right, whether it's wrong. You see what happened years ago with the Jim Jones. But I cannot go into everything. I just want to let people know this is Real Talk with Lavi. I am Lavi Gumbs. I had tonight my sidekick. His name is Shaquille Gumbs. Next week, I want to speak about investing back into the trade industry in our country.
Yes.
It is time that we speak more about the trade industry and recognize the importance of the trade industry, and to have the trade school introducing in the schools from an early age. Because more and more children are coming up without any kind of skills. They don't have any interest. All the children want to do is to entertain us. And it's not everybody is an entertainer, but that is what the children are seeing, because they're not getting it from in schools. Mm-hmm. It's not everybody going to be privileged to born into a family that is skilled. And even that, some of the children have no interest. But if they introduce these things in the school between 12, 13 years old, when they're very, very impressionable, give them a chance to be able to have a balance with education and skill trade. And this is how I'm going to say a pleasant good evening. Once again, I'm Lavi Gumbs. But before I close it out, Shaquille, if you want to leave some closing remarks. So it is 2 minutes after the hour of 9.
I just want to say happy independence to each and every one of you. Mm-hmm. Be positive, live positive, walk positive, and always be yourself.
Thank you so much for coming in. It's always a pleasure having you. I want to tell everyone that was here tonight, I saw your views, I saw your comments. I thank you so much. Someone is saying that you should run for office. You belong on top with the mentality. Thank you so much. I'm a leader in everything that I do. When I was small, for person that are just listening to me, the name Mama was introduced to me, and I hate that name. As a little kid, they called me Mama. Why call a baby Mama? And after I start growing up and become older, persons that know me from a kid, they say, you know why they call you Mama? I said, no, I don't know why they call you Mama. Because nobody could have bossed you. You was the head of everything. So I guess people are born leaders. Mm. And I also got to say, I thank my parents, my community. I am a product of my parents, my environment, when a village helped raise village, when community was community.
Yes.
When girls used to play sports and we didn't have, I don't want to say it, but we did not have the cross sections where girls want to be boys and boys nowadays want to be girls. But now everything is acceptable, and Real Talk with Lavi remain authentic. Being able to understand the wisdom and want to give back, because, we know where we came from, and we just want, for me, I want to basically, once I'm here living, is to be a part of that generation, that ancestor that helped pave the way for me and others. And next week, coming up, same place, same time.
Yes.
Come on in, 8 o'clock, and get some Real Talk with Lavi. The topic is going to be investing back more into our trade industry in St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you once again. I am Lavi Gumbs. Let's Get Real on WinFM. Hi, this is Lavi. Let's Get Real, Wednesday nights at 8 on WinFM. Get ready for an hour of real talk that will keep you engaged and informed, bringing you insights, the hottest topics of the moment, and perspectives that matter from the runway to the political arena. Real Talk with Lavi covers all. Let's Get Real, Wednesday nights at 8 on WinFM.
Let's stop child sexual abuse. The age of consent is 16, yet our 15, 14,